What is going on, everybody? My name is Nico and welcome back to another Pokemon Legends Arceus video. So this game is really freaking brought up a lot of conversations, like so many different theories and ideas of what this game is actually going to be. But there's one specific topic that I feel like I see most people talking about because it's always the most exciting thing regarding a new Pokemon game, and that is speculation about new Pokemon, whether they be brand new Pokemon like Wordeer and Basculin, or things like Hisuian Braviary or Hisuian Arcanine. And the main topic of this video is going to be the Hisuian starter Pokemon, because I've seen a lot of people really speculate heavy about what is going to be done with these particular starters, and I want to give my opinion on the subject. But if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more videos like this in the future. Let's get into it. So, like I said, people are speculating about these particular games, and for good reason. Legends Arceus is going to be very much its own thing, something that we've never quite seen before out of a Pokemon game, and that leads to a lot of speculation. That leads to a lot of theorizing and stuff, because that's what people want to do. They want to know about these games, so they start kind of coming up with ideas of what it could possibly be. And the same goes for these particular starters, because we've seen in these games that we are not getting the standard starters for this region. Granted, this is called the Hisui region, however, this is just Ancient Sinnoh. We know the starters for Sinnoh are Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. That is not the case with this particular game. We are actually getting a Rowlet, an Oshawott, or a Cyndaquil, which is very cool and something I really hope we continue to see in the future. They have so many Pokemon at this point, it's very much the case that I'd be fine if they just decide to give us old Pokemon, mix up the starters, and throw us in a different time period in a region, and that's perfect for me. It just makes the most sense. Just use what you already got and throw a couple bones here and there with the new Pokemon, like Wordeer and Basculegion. Now, in terms of the Hisuian forms of these particular Pokemon, I don't think we're going to see them. Okay, I genuinely don't believe that we are going to get new variations of this evolution line for Cyndaquil, Rowlet, or Oshawott. It doesn't make sense. Allow me to explain. So if we take a look at the history of regional variants, starting in Alola and moving into Galar, there has never been a reason in those games, any indication that would lead people to believe that the particular starters that we're getting are going to have new forms. For example, if you look at something like Alolan Pikachu, you catch an Alolan Pikachu, it evolves into an Alolan Raichu. Makes sense, right? You catch a Cantonian Pikachu, it turns into a Cantonian Raichu. Same goes for Galarian Coughing. If you catch a normal Coughing in Galar, it evolves into Galarian Wheezing. Same deal with a Cantonian Coughing, it evolves into Cantonian Wheezing, right? That makes sense. And the reason for that is because these Pokemon have just adapted to the particular conditions that they live in, right? They live in that region, so they evolve differently. That makes a lot of sense. Same with the regional variants, they evolve based on their conditions that they are in, and they change what typing they are because of it, like, Vulpix being fire type in Kanto and being ice type in Alola. It's just based on the conditions. The reason that I bring this up is because if you listen to what Pokemon has already told us, they've pretty much already laid out that this is not going to happen to the starters. We are not going to see new forms of the starters, because they've already given us the information that indicates otherwise. What I'm referring to is the fact that they have said that these 3 starter Pokemon are not from the Hisui region. They have said that to us. They said that the professor in this game, I forget his name at this time, has gone out and researched other regions. We are joining his crew and going out and exploring and making the first Sinnoh Hisui Pokedex, right? And during his travels, he's caught these 3 Pokemon, and he is lending you one as your starter Pokemon so that you can go out on your adventure. That right there is key. He caught them in other regions and brought them back to Hisui. They are not Pokemon that originate in Hisui, thus meaning they would have no reason to evolve differently because they are not used to that particular climate. That's not what happens, right? That makes the most sense for these particular Pokemon. They're not from Hisui, so why would they have Hisuian variants, right? That just doesn't make any sort of sense. Now, I'm not going to be completely negative on the subject. I think it's possible that we get some different variants of these particular Pokemon, but not in the Hisuian evolution variety. I'm thinking of Mega Evolutions. Now, if you look at these Pokemon, they already fit a very specific theme, right? They fit a very specific theme. This is feudal Japan, and if you look at Oshawott, it's samurai when it hits samurai, right? You hit Decidueye with Rowlet, and you get an archer. You hit Typhlosion with Cyndaquil, and you get like a brute warrior, right? That fits the setting incredibly well. These Pokemon were picked specifically for that reason, right? They fit the category. However, if they wanted to give them a Hisuian sort of treatment and give them a reason to look more like what they already are themed after, Mega Evolution makes the most sense. Just have them Mega Evolve and fit that theme. That makes the most sense to me. On top of that, it seems that they're straying away from Dynamaxing. It just seems to me like they realize Dynamaxing is not the move. Most people don't like it. If you look at a lot of the records and the stats for participation in the ranked battles after they remove Dynamaxing, they have jumped significantly. So it seems they would stray away from Dynamaxing. However, everybody loves Megas. Everybody. And they work really well in things like the anime and in Pokemon Go. So there's a reason to keep adding Megas. And this game makes a lot of sense considering it's not really a mainline Pokemon game. Now, I know what people are going to say in the comments already. This is a mainline game. They said it's a mainline game. Yeah, just like Let's Go is a mainline game. Sure. Okay, it's a spin-off. We're all very much aware that this is not a traditional Pokemon game. It is not a mainline game. You look at Pokemon Evolutions, they're not featuring things like Let's Go and all that crap. They're focusing on the mainline Pokemon games, right? Makes sense. But because this is not a mainline Pokemon game, this is a really good opportunity for them to go in and give us new, not only new forms and Hisuian forms and evolutions and things like that, but give us new Mega Evolutions. Reintroduce Megas in a way that doesn't affect your current, competitive format. This game doesn't have multiplayer battles, so it's a perfect reason for them to go, here's a Mega Stone for this Pokemon, have some fun. That makes so much freaking sense for this particular game. It keeps Megas going. It keeps giving them a reason to add more stuff to Pokemon Go, which will in turn make them more money. It all makes a lot of sense when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. But again, I'm going to go back and say that this is a stretch. It's a very big stretch that Megas come to Legends Arceus. We have nothing that really indicates that at this point. They may show us something that might give us an indication of this later on with further trailers and gameplay stuff. But right now, we have no reason to actually believe this. If I was a betting man and I had to bet on what was actually going to happen, these Pokemon are going to get left completely alone. Rowlet, Oshawott, and Cyndaquil's evolutionary line is not going to get touched in these games because it just doesn't make sense from a lore perspective. On top of that, they're starter Pokemon. Everybody has their favorite starter Pokemon, and they're special, okay? You just don't mess with them, right? It doesn't make any sense to mess with them outside of giving them like a special variation like a Mega or a Dynamax form. It just doesn't make sense. But those are my thoughts on the subject. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think we're going to get Hisuian Pokemon? Do you think we're going to get new Megas? Do you think that they're just going to leave it alone? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. But that is going to be it for this one. Hope you found it entertaining and helpful. If you did, leave a like, smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Check out the Discord with people over there playing Pokemon all the time. Check me out over on Twitch, TikTok, enter the chat, all that fun stuff. If you're interested in keeping up with me, this channel, the stream, the podcast, anything like that, like I said, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.